Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Clay from Clay's Collections, back again with another garage sale haul. Actually, it was multiple garage sales. It's a Saturday and I hadn't expected to go garage sale shopping. I figured I would do a few errands, run down to the Pink Elephant, the antique store that I have a booth at, and put out some more merchandise and straighten things up and that kind of stuff. But everywhere I drove there were garage sale signs, and so I ended up doing a lot of garage sale shopping, which was great. So I will show you what I found today. Some good bread and butter items. I won't say anything, fantastic as far as high dollar items, but there's some very nice estate sales, two of them that I went to, and so yeah, so I found some nice stuff there. Most of it was way overpriced, even though it was half price day. For me, again, not for collectors or certain people, it's great, but for what I do and what I like to pay, most of them are never in my price range. But let's just get into it. And it's a good mix of merchandise as opposed to all books. I did get some books. Of course, I get books. People know me. And I'll explain why I got the books that I did get. And we can go from there. So speaking of books, I picked up this one. It's called Heritage Crafts. And it's actually, I believe it's from the 1970s. It's one of these that's typewritten and then printed. So it's typewriter style type. Let me see, what is it? Columbia, 1964. So anyway, this is just talking about using natural elements to make crafts with. So like plants, gourds, reeds, stuff like that. And I thought, well, that's pretty interesting. You don't see that very often. And at this sale, books, hardcovers were $3, paperbacks were $1, but it was half price, so 50 cents I paid for this book. I like these kind of, vintage crafts books because people like doing vintage crafts, and so they do that. I picked up this one, Child Development. It's a earlier edition by Breckenridge. I've sold his before. Again, not a high dollar item, probably $5, $6 I'll put on it. But it's nice to have some of those educational books. This one, Morals and Dogma, this is a Freemasons book. And it's from 1949 publication, which is a revised edition. It was originally published in the 1800s. But it also has a program in here from 1954 at the lodge. So some what do they call it? Lodge of Perfection Annual Last Day for Balloting. Oh, it's a meeting. So anyway, so we talked about it. So yeah, it was only cool for $1.50. People like that Masonry stuff. Then I picked up this one, Merchant of Venice by Shakespeare. Just a small, this is a 1929, well, it's 1929 copyright, but this is a reprint from August of 1949. But again, a good, solid, basic title. I'll put like $5 on that one too. And then the other types of books that I do well with are cat books. I haven't mentioned that in the past, but this was Catmas Carols. So it hits two of my categories. One is Christmas and one is cats. It's sold new for $6, and this is a fairly new edition, but people love these. It's a great little gift item. This one does not have any writing in it, so it would be a great item for somebody to buy for a gift for Christmas. And for $1.50 again, I'll probably put $6 on that one. And then at another sale, I found this, and I don't remember. It's a Queen Elizabeth coronation from 1953 plaque, but I don't remember the little chips in there when I bought it. I paid $1 for it, but I don't remember the chips. So I was like, did I do that? I don't really remember. But anyway, it's a nice little piece made in England. I haven't looked it up, so I have no idea anything about it, but Queen Elizabeth stuff does well. All right, I also picked up this magnifying glass. So when I'm at my desk doing stuff, I can do this. Oh, I was excited. Anyway, Since my cataract surgery, it's like, it's this whole struggle of trying to figure out how to read with and without glasses. All right, so at the estate sale, one of the estate sales, I picked up these two little books. They were $1 each, so I paid 50 cents each because they have the price, but they're little pop-up books. I love that. So this is just a thank you book, and this one is Happy Holidays. So it has holiday scenes that pop up. Thought those are pretty cool. Then, in multiple sales, I found scarves. Vintage scarves. These are Vera Newman scarves. They're marked Vera on them. I paid $1 each for all of them. It was consistent price across the board, so that's nice. And again, these I sell from $6 to $10, depending upon the pattern and the condition. And this is a beautiful little pattern on that one. Let's see. This one, red and blue, white, another Vera on there. And then this one, was this one a Vera? I think this one was a Vera. That's why I picked it up. Yes, Vera in the corner. This one is not the bright, bold, beautiful colors, but so this one I'll probably put like $5 on it. And I found this scarf, brand new still with the tags on it. It's a Woodward, made in Italy. Beautiful floral pattern. Very large size, could be used as a shawl or a scarf. And this was the other one, another Vera vintage pattern. Nice sheer. And this one has a label on it. Made in Japan. So those are all good. And again, $6 to $10 on all of them. Probably $10 for the floral one that's new. I can't beat it. So now, for whatever reason, I do well with scarves. Every month I sell scarves. So I found this at the one sale. Scarf tying. I thought, oh, how appropriate. Because where I have my scarves, I have them on one of those rings, scarf rings, you know, where you just sit them in there. So I have that on the end, and then there's a shelf above it. So I'm just going to sit this right on top, right above the scarves, and, you know, put $5 on it, and away it goes. So, can't beat that. That's merchandising for you. I know some of you have asked how I do merchandising, and that's one of the ways that I do books, is I display them on stands. The ones on stands sell well, the ones sideways, they do okay, but they're much better if they can see the front. So I try to, as much as possible, display the fronts. Oh yes, and stay tuned because I found an incredible thing in the garbage. This was in my building. I usually don't say if I find stuff in the garbage in our building because some of my neighbors watch our videos. But I went to throw away a coffee cup from my car, and I park where I park. I'm right next to the garbage room, so I just take it in and throw it in when I want to clean my car out. And this was sitting right on top of the garbage. Unbelievable. You guys will love it. But we're not there yet. All right. So at a sale that I got the scarves, look at the shirt I got. Yes. Long sleeve. Look at the pattern. Love it. It's hard to find good long sleeve pattern shirts because 90% of them are plaid or plain in menswear. What's up with that? That's so boring. So when I find an exciting shirt, now this one is brand new with the tags, $3. And I've never heard of this brand before. Via Uomo. Via Uomo. Is there an original price on here? What did I do with my magnifying glass? Not there. This tag is unbelievably thick too. Tailored edition. So yeah, I don't know what the original price was, but I'll take it. And then the lady was so excited because of course I was wearing this shirt. She's like, oh, wear that shirt with pride. And I was like, I will. I thought that was hilarious. So anyway, oh, I found this in our garbage as well. When I found the picture, this was right next to it. Nice vintage scribe. And they have somebody put an eye hook so they can hang it on the wall. So when you're marking out you know, wanting to mark a board or something. There's a little point here so you can scribe it. And this one is a dual one, so if you want two different marks, you can set them at the same time and do one side and then flip it over and do the other side. That's pretty cool. Great free find. Free find. Try saying that 7 times in a row. All right, I picked up this book. It's Minnesota Vikings Memories, 35-year edition. It was $1. Vikings accomplishments. And I know multiple people who love the Vikings, so this will probably be a gift to one of the people that I know. Just so you guys know. Although it is something that I would easily put up for sale at the Pink Elephant because there's a lot of people that buy that type of merchandise too. Yeah, so hang on, I'm going to get to this amazing find. All right, Around Our Town by Clinton Youngman. This is a guy from Michigan who wrote about basically his childhood memories from what I haven't read the book. But here's the interesting thing, it's autographed. So, first edition, I think it's the only edition they ever published of this book. But value is probably $20. This I bought at the thrift store, Able Light thrift store, which is my favorite thrift store for finding antique books because they happen to have a whole section that they have. They're typical. This one was $2.99. They're either $2.99 or $3.99. But when I saw the signature, I'm like, it's going in my collection. So that's cool. All right, this was probably the highest dollar find, and this was at an estate sale, one of the two. This is Poems and the Book of Hours by Rainier Marie Rilke. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, this is a book of poems, and this book is probably a $30 to $40 book. And I paid up for it. I usually don't pay this much, but I paid $4 for it. And again, I didn't know what its worth was when I bought it, but I knew that poetical books do well, and special editions like this one seem to do well also. Oh, and then I bought this package of parchment paper because I was making cookies the other day and it called for parchment paper, and I was like, we don't have any anymore. I need to buy some. So for $1, I picked it up. I would assume it probably came from the dollar store to begin with, but saved me a trip to the dollar store. Okay, that is pretty much what I got that at the garage sales and estate sales that I paid for. So this, again, was sitting on the top of the garbage. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? I call these orphan people when nobody knows who they are and they've been abandoned in pictures. But this is a 1800s frame, circa 1880 to 1890, I would say. And it's obviously had other things in it. I don't know it looks like there's newspapers. I'll have to take the back off and see. Oh yeah, there's definitely newspapers stuffed in there. So it'd be fun to see what year the newspapers are. And yeah, the frame has some damage, some chips and whatever, but I just love that. And I was like, I could put it on my portrait wall, which when I showed in my prior video, my art wall, I didn't realize that the majority of them are portraits until somebody pointed that out. I was like, oh yeah, they are mostly portraits, aren't they? Which is kind of cool. I don't mind that. So I think I got another one for my edition, at least for now. And that's what I do many times, is I find great stuff, I enjoy it for a while, and then I'm like, okay. So I take it down to the Pink Elephant and put it up for sale. So I rotate merchandise between my house and the store. That's a great thing about being in this business. You can do that. Same with, anything else. Decor items, books. I do that. I display books on my shelves, and then I'll rotate them out, take them down to the Pink Elephant, and sell them, which I did with some books the other day and sold them. So sometimes they sell fast, sometimes slow. But as long as they sell, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will catch you next time.